Welcome. Hey, you guys. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Sunday. Sunday, I want to talk to you guys about a couple things. As you know, today is the beginning of a new week. Sunday is Monday is again beginning of a work week and a school week, but today is the beginning of a new week. Um, Shoot, I don't know how did I manage to do that, but I want to talk to you guys about. I want to talk to you guys about we as Black people. The next flick. Oh, yeah, this is great. Hold on a second. Let me see if I got Netflix up the top. Yeah, next flick documentary of O.J. Simpson. Now, we as Black people, how y'all doing? We as Black people, we need to get out our feelings. Okay, look, it been what over 20 something years now. Maybe it should be like 30 years now. Let's talk about it. I watched the documentary. Matter of fact, I watched it twice, both sides of it. Matter of fact, I've been watching it since like about March. Then they add on another part. All right. Those that y'all need to go and look at that next flick documentary. Okay. Shout out. Let me see who we got in here. Let me see. Thank you, you guys. We need to get out our feelings as Black people. And we know. But you know what? I'm gonna see something. Let me see could I pull it up from here? Because I got it on the television. So anyway, I'm gonna see could I pull it up from here. And I'm gonna go over step by step, if I can get it on here, dealing back with OJ. Okay. Y'all, we need to get out of our feelings as Black people. OJ, to me, this year came out, OJ been gone by what 3 or 4 months now, right? So I think so somehow or another somebody must sign it off that they can basically like release it. But let me tell you something, y'all. We got to stop this here mess here as Black people trying to get even with the man. Okay, all the lives that don't been lost trying to get even with the man. What did we accomplish? We didn't accomplish but nothing but heartbreaks. Dealing back with OJ, y'all know it was basically our time to get back. And what I mean by our time to get back is dealing back with the Rodney King situation back in the 80s. You know, it's around like 83, 84. You know, it was no, it was, let me see, like about 87. Let's see, 87, 88, 89. Anyway, it was in the late 80s. Let me tell you something. Yes, out of all but police and what they did to us back in the days and what they still doing now. What did it change for us for what had happened in the past to us right now? What did it change? They still doing the same old stuff. They're still doing the same stuff, but only thing different, they had to change the menu, how they were doing things. But you still got them angry prejudice cops that's there. Y'all, I'm gonna take y'all through something. And if it's Instagram fall off, don't worry about Instagram. I'll get you guys in a few minutes. But I got to basically talk to my people about this here. Y'all, I looked over that. I mean, I'm thinking 3 days I've been watching it because I have black eyes now from the lights and things. So I have to basically stay off screen. For 3 days, I followed and listened to that documentary. And then yesterday I watched it twice to make sure that I got it what I want to say. Even though that is long gone, but it never be forgotten. The things with OJ was going through, where he was from, and how he brought this here all to light. Yes, OJ did forget that he was black. And when the time came dinner for the trial, yes, it was. It was our black people that pulled him through. And we know as black people, I seen the documentary. Y'all know good and damn well. We were scared to say that to one another. But we whispered this around the kitchen table, the dining room table, have there. O.J. was guilty. When you look over that documentary, please watch it. It's 2 parts, so yes, it is like about 6 or 7 hours. Both parts. You will learn something. We as black people, when it came down to O.J., we were thinking, we was like, this here is our turn. And basically how that they played that game, the race card, it was, it was wrong. But as Johnny Carpenter, we say he rested. It's a lot of things that had not transpired that wasn't true. But his job is to work for the money. My job is to get my client off. And that's what he did. When you look at that documentary, you will see the part where O.J. said to his good friend, when the friend asked him about the cutting on his finger, he said something. He cut it on a glass. He cut it on a bottle. He never could think. He cut it playing golf. He never could repeat saying the same story twice. One of his good friends that he knows in the police department as a black man, he said no. He said O.J. was guilty. But only thing that had got O.J. off, basically, that it had to be the race card that was playing. I know that I know that, hey, that Facebook, hey, you guys, I know that y'all don't want to believe this. Y'all got to go and look at that documentary. Step by step. When those people was locked up, was in the hotel room, was there months by themselves, where they couldn't talk on the phone. They couldn't talk on the phone, and they couldn't watch TV. Only thing they can do is come in that hotel room where they were set, the jury, and sleep, pray, and think. They couldn't even talk to each other about the case. They could not even talk to each other by saying hi and bye in the hallway. They couldn't do that. Because each one was on strict orders, that they even had someone following them when they come out their hotel room, follow them around the hotel, exercise or whatever they're doing at the pool or whatever they're doing. Make sure they don't talk. And basically, like when you shut off at the world like that, yes, it will make you what? I'm tired of this here. I can't get no fresh air. We can't go to the park. Only thing we can do is do what they do at the hotel. We're allowed to, at the hotel, they were allowed to order food, but they had a limit every day. Now, to me, myself, they the one basically was in jail. That sound like that the jury, they were locked up too. Couldn't speak to their family. Couldn't watch TV. Basically, in that trial, if you look at it, they wanted their undivided attention. Y'all, we got to stop this here and get our feeling with the situation and call it what it is. Everybody was saying that how could one man kill both persons at the same time? Well, he did it. When you see that documentary, how did he played and how he felt relaxed. Now, let me tell you something. Christopher, the black man, he the one failed on this case. Him and Marsha Clark, they had the biggest fallout. Dealing with this case, because she had told him, hey, Wayne, baby, please subscribe to my channel. Please share it out. Thumb up my video. Come on, you guys. Marsha Clark, told Christopher, don't play that game with the glove. Don't do it. He still, yeah, because she was the head prosecutor. He still wanted to do that. That's how they lost that case. Christopher is the cause for them to lose that case, dealing fact with O.J. Hold it right there. After that, after they first started working on Mark Foreman, Mark Foreman, that was enough right there. Then they worked on this black guy. What I mean, work on, talk with this black guy. As they talked with him, he was good friends with O.J. Thank you, Wayne. He was good friends with O.J. because he was in the police department. Him and O.J. talked quiet, one-to-one about his fingers. But he turned around and said that yes, he will testify. But guess what they got him on? Being a womanizer. They had so much on every last one of the people that came up there that they had to testify to testify of what based about what did they know and this, that, and other. Every last one that they got on there, they had a lawyer. Them 6 Dream Team, they have a lawyer for each category to deal with this person here. They all had on, y'all, you got to see them. They all had on their paper, who is they going to go with? Who was the next one? Each one of them lawyers knew what to go with this one here. Bailey didn't go at this one here. Somebody went at, each lawyer went at certain witness. How y'all doing? Come on in here. Each lawyer, that Dream Team. Then they went and they all had changed their attire, their tie. That was putting something on the people. When they went and they all got the same like tie that basically like make the people think like, oh, the tie that the guys was wearing, that even made the people feel some kind of way. Cause you looking at that, blacks and whites right there, and all of them got on these different color ties. But them ties that they were wearing was all in one family. Hey, Monorail. Hey, Wonderful. When they came out with those ties, even down to the news people, even when I had watched it following the trial, I was like, what is this about with these ties? What those ties was doing was intimidating people, and no, we are the Dream Team. And no, I don't care what you say. Yeah, oh yeah, he gonna leave here today. Christopher, idea was to put him on that glove. Did Mark Farmer plant the glove? I would say yes. Because what Mark Farmer gonna stay outside? You got 3 investigators and police in the house. Why are you gonna go outside by yourself? For what? They even got the people that was taking the blood around the house, around all on the ground. They even got that. They even crossed them up. They had someone exactly for the car. Everything they had a person. They even had a person that did the examine on Nicole at the autopsy of the body. They even had that person there. They had a lawyer for that person there to cross that person up. If y'all, my God, if y'all see those pictures, please thumb up my video, please. If y'all were to, and thumb up the like, if y'all were to see that video, how he went, and everything is out there, the documentary, everything is out, they ain't covering up nothing. They ain't covering up nothing. When he went and he took the knife and he jugged it into Ron Goldman's throat, y'all should see all that there, laid out there on the ground. Then he took it and he cut it from one ear to the other ear. Then he put a hole in. Y'all, all these gruesome things that I'm telling y'all about, it was not, but they would put like a little furry thing up there, like sitting like we see a child look at something disgusting. Know how they really don't want you to say, no, it's right there. They got lay them out like that with the hole in the throat. I mean, everything that you wants to see, things like that. Oh, we want to see. Now you can see it. Y'all, we as black people, we got to get our feelings. We got to stop with something. Do we feel like it was our time to get back at the white man? I would say yes. I would say yes. See, one thing you got to understand that in no sin, it's not paid for. You're going to have to govern it, the land. That's the same way as no sickness goes up to heaven. Because heaven don't belong to us. Heaven is where God is. That's his place. That's not our place. Even when we die, we don't go up there. We still have to be judged at judgment day. That's his place. We're not going there. Because that's his place. Now, let me tell you something. When you go and look at that, y'all going to shake y'all head. Nicole was a beautiful woman. Yes, he was the finance of the whole entire family. Yes, he was. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. That's exactly what we are. Strategy. Scribe sector over here. We don't talk about no kids. We don't talk about death. But this here, what I'm talking about, this basically just a documentary on Netflix. Y'all, how he cut Ron Goldman and see Ron Goldman guts out his neck. Left that big, and then he took it, then he clawed it in his neck. I mean, he just turned it. So just, oh my God, yes, he did. Look, Nicole laid out there. It wasn't no, she was there like, it was a situation like that. I'm going to make sure you gone. But you know what? What Mark Furman messed up at, now we ain't going to talk about the glove right now, but he messed up at, he never did ask OJ what was his alibi and where he was at before he got on the plane. He never did, nobody ain't never asked OJ what was his alibi before he got on the plane. He never did ask OJ that. He went straight to the point. He could not, he never did, nobody never did ask. And Mark Furman was the lead detective, was in it. He never did ask OJ what was his alibi. Nobody did ask him. Even they had took a blanket from out the house. They had a blanket and they threw it across Nicole, because yes, Nicole artery, a lot of her just laid out there. How she was cut up. He cut her up so bad that it was slippery. Y'all, we got to talk to him. He was slippery meat guts that was just slippery on the ground. You would see that on Netflix. Netflix ain't throw no towel over it and ooh, this no, they didn't. Netflix showed everything. Yes, it took about 7 or 8 hours. I watched it at first, I wasn't too sure. I said, wait a minute, I got to go over this. So maybe I have failed to maybe I had failed to sleep and miss something out. And I played it again yesterday. And I like, oh my God. Yes, the black people, yes, we feel some kind of way. It was time for our time for us to get back. more how that the cops did us then and now. But y'all, OJ got by, but he didn't get away. Because either way that they had caught him and he was going to do some time. He did the time. Y'all should look at what they was doing. And one of the guys that OJ's had with him, he the one did the recording. What got OJ, now he didn't get much time. I don't think so was much time that what he had, okay. What basically got OJ when he wouldn't let nobody leave. That means you holding them hostage. You holding them under their own free will. Nobody not gonna go. So yeah, I think so. We dealing with a situation around here. Um, okay, I get on back with Shannon Sharp. That's another subject. Y'all, let me tell you something. Where did OJ cut that young lady up and Ron Goldman? It was this is what they get another detective about. They was them lawyers. They was something else. They was something else. Because that reason why I said that was something else. One of the detectives went in the house and got a blanket and throw it because all the guts and stuff are laying out there. I'm sorry. He throwed it over Nicole. You know why they ain't use? He was on the stand too. You know why they didn't use him? Because you know why the blanket that he went and got, it could have came off the bed with hair on it. So he was tampering with evidence. They got him out of there when he was covering up the body with all them guts around. Then they was coming back with the coroner, the one that went out there and was getting the blood. After they test the blood and everything, OJ messed up with the dripping blood here, there, and including that OJ house was dripping blood. Even in the truck, found where Nicole and Ron Goldman blood was in the truck. And Nicole's hair. They played some dirty game. So basically, the whole of Los Angeles was, that's what you get. We finally got y'all behind back. Yeah. When OJ had got loose, got released. He goes in with his family, right? They take a family picture, but you can look at the look on that man's face, down deep in his soul, down deep in OJ's soul. It was killing him. It was a lot going on OJ mind, like, damn, damn, man. DMF is good. When they had 6 attorneys to go against each person that they call up there. They had an attorney up there dealing with the police officer that fooled around on his wife. Then they told him, say, do you think Nicole was a beautiful woman? He said, yeah, that's why you messed around on your wife, because a woman just like Nicole. They knocked him on out of the way. How they played that game. Now Shapiro don't want nothing. All the lawyers that played a part, Shapiro don't want nothing to do with them. He said that it's disgusting him that he said that he had a virus in his stomach. Because when everything was going down, Shapiro, he just was there. This was not, it wasn't nothing pertaining to the 6 that gonna go after each one. So over, say like this here, I'm Dover Flowers and Party thing. They will have an attorney for me, want to talk to me about decoration and balloons and how long I went to school and all this type of stuff here. So each lawyer will represent something, what it was coming there. If you fooled around on your wife, they had that lawyer there. If you had a drinking problem, they had that lawyer there. That lawyer even told that person there how many DUIs they had, and then was you drinking that night and where you was that night. They even tracked down one lawyer, one officer, he was at the bar. And what they did was that everybody who they had testified for, they did a background on them. Then they happen to go basically somebody close to them because you get somebody close to it where they hang out or something. So they even send somebody to the bar because this one fella had the same old routine going to the bar. And they said, you supposed to be a police officer? That's, excuse me, you guys, I'm sorry. That was dealing fact with that case. It was so, that case was so doggone, it was upsetting. But after it all, when it all calmed down, I had calmed down. But what all that we want to know and ask, you're going to have to spend those 7 or 8 hours and watch it. It will well work. What it is. And matter of fact, it's 2 parts to it. Y'all, it is a third part to it. They just gave us those 2. But dealing fact with O.J. himself, they said when O.J. came out, he was in a lot of pain. He couldn't sleep. A lot that was going on. He was dealing with depression. He couldn't sleep. He was on pain medicine. Then they were saying something about dealing with him playing football. And yeah, of course, you play sports, yeah, you'll feel it later. Whatever that we do. But dealing with OJ, you guys, we knew that. And first thing came to my mind, how could one man can kill 2 people at the same time? No, he didn't kill 2. When Ron Goldman came up there, it basically like scared him. When Ron Goldman came up there with her glasses or something that it basically scared him. And he came right there in the middle while OJ was doing it. He even tried to run and OJ grabbed him. And him and OJ had felt against the fence. It was white fence, and they basically was something, but he did a memo on him. But yes, he walked in there to bring it, and he seen Nicole out there doing it. And of course, OJ grabbed him from the back. Ron Goldman didn't see him. OJ saw him and he was shocked, and OJ grabbed him from the back like that's how y'all got to look at that. Yes, I'm interested in knowing. Y'all, they went and got the kids, and the kids was upstairs sleeping. The baby girl, she was older than the little one. She said when they took her to the hospital, they was asking her, how was her mom, and just take her to the police station. The little girl reached to the phone and said, I got to call my mom and let her know where we are at. The little girl didn't know that don't happen. But she picked up the phone and she said, Mommy not answering the phone. She left a recording on her mama voicemail, but the mama was gone. OJ, let me tell you about all his stuff. Even down to he had to play the Goldman. So what happens is that they had to take even from down the pictures off the wall to even to rugs from out the house. That they was auctioning them off. Everybody, family member came there, who want this, who want that, and who want this. Y'all just have because the people are coming here. And they were going to have the house secured, let the 2 moving truck, big truck, go and wipe out all that stuff. Meanwhile, as his friends, his so-called friends, he told them, y'all go and get what y'all want out of there. He was at the golf course. One man took that Heisman Trophy thing. They took clothes, they took everything because they knew that the truck was coming. And then when the truck come, the moving company come, they can't take nothing out of there. So OJ told them to go and take what they want. After things cooled down over the months or 2 years, OJ wanted his stuff back. He wanted his stuff back. All this is stuff that he had. He let it go like it was dirty clothes. Then all of a sudden he come to his sense. A year or two later, now he want his stuff back. I know it was more than a year or two. He want his stuff back. Okay. Meanwhile, it wasn't bothering him because it was so much stuff. He got to get the house cleaned out. But he could not take nothing out of there. But he sent family members there. Whatever that y'all want, y'all go ahead and give it to them because them people is coming. Because what they had to do, they even took the rug off the floor. Because guess what? That's what him is the rug off the floor showing that that's what he had walked at. So they was basically auctioning off the carpet. Yes, they did. So let me tell you what OJ did. He was out there when they were doing that. He was on the golf floor. He told his friend to go ahead and get everything. Get what? So boy, you can see the boy they were taking out, pulling stuff out that house, putting stuff all in their car like they were robbing the place. Cause that the two moving truck, here they are for to bring the sheriff and rope off the house and everything that nobody can't take nothing. OJ told them go ahead on and take it. Because he cannot take nothing. Then with the house, he was 650 $650,000 in tax and other things did in fact with the house. So he lost the house. Okay. The bank took possession of the house because it went into foreclosure. After they had stripped down the house, y'all, you won't believe this here, my God, today. They had to take a bulldozer and push the house down over there, that mansion, push it down. OJ came there and he was basically at the house by himself. He went there to take the flagpole, the flag off the flagpole. You should have seen him. He started breaking down because that was it. Even around the pool, he went out there with the beautiful waterfall, and the only thing he could do had memories. How could you do this? Then he gonna have a nerve to curse at Shapiro. Shapiro was doing an interview with, I think with Barbara Walter. He was doing with one of the news reporter. He gonna start cussing out Shapiro and saying a whole bunch of cussing him out because all of the other lawyer was there. Johnny Crawford did not go there. But everybody else was hanging around OJ. But Shapiro was hanging around because Shapiro said that he told them, no, man, don't y'all do this. This ain't about race. Let's get him off, basically find him gifted in another way. But they put him back. They took the seat. Y'all, that thing, it basically like put a lot on your mind and make you think, really, this is what they did. And then also, too, I'm gonna say to the other lawyers, how did y'all sleep at night? But I know that I know what you're thinking. You have to get your client off. But that's how you did. Everybody was on an attack. Each person that come up there was on an attack with a certain lawyer. If you was on a swim team, they had a swim team lawyer to take care of your ass. That's how they played that game. There was some tough ass stuff. Y'all, my God, today. I couldn't believe it. I was going to do is shake my head. You got to see the time. I mean, yeah, sit down and just watch it. 13 years from the day that Nicole and Ron Goldman, from 13 years from that date, OJ wanted the date, the time, the minute, the second, everything. 13 years later, he wound up going back to prison. The black lawyer there, I forgot what his name, the black lawyer was there. All thing he did was shook his head, and this is what the lawyer said, that you damn dummy. You already got away with it. That this is what you do. So basically everything what Nicole, you would hear it. And Nicole told them, say he's a different man than what he put on in front of you. So did the fact with what Nicole had said, all what Nicole had told them, 13 years and years and years, before that, before killing back, he is a dangerous man. Everything during that video that his friend was recording, it all played out what Nicole had said about what type of man that yes, he would kill you, he would do that. The black police, the black lawyer that was on the case, he said, how could he do that? Said that he's a damn dummy. After all this time, they had that thing nailed down in that documentary. The time, the hour, the date. Only thing different, they didn't have the year. 13 years later, from the time that Nicole got killed, because the autopsy told how long that she was there. Everything. See, you got by, but you ain't getting away. Did the black people, as black people, do we think so that was our time to get back? Yes. But what does it plead? What does it show? It shows that he made us all look dumb. O.J. make us all look dumb and look like a damn ass. Everything what she was saying from the get-go. I think so. Los Angeles Police Department played a part of him getting out. And we as black people, because we was trying to get back, because it's our turn to get y'all ass. And then what Mark Furman did, yes, yeah, we've been telling y'all that everybody in jail in prison ain't necessarily supposed to be there. In that documentary, you would see that people, it was showing 3 people, guys. One guy went in there at 16 or 17 years old, didn't take Los Angeles, disturbing the peace. Didn't fight with the same department. You know when he got out of prison? He was 80 years old. For disturbing the peace. Asked him what was his family. He said everybody is dead. They let him go. From disturbing, he bombed with Los Angeles police. Y'all, it's all in the documentary. How they were letting guys go in prison. Wow, this guy been in there. He say 16, 17 years old. He was sent at 17 years old and went straight to prison. Now he got out. All this shit pertaining to with Los Angeles. You will see all that, like how they laying guys out and looking over their file. One guy that they had showed in the documentary, he went to jail. Something simple. And only thing it took him for to get out was $25. And he been in there. He got out when he's 60 years old. They didn't even tell him. That paid $25. You got somebody to pay $25, you can go here. And he was there all that time. Didn't pay with Los Angeles. I can understand why Christopher broke down like how he did. Because he fought so hard. But knowing that he was the one that dropped the ball on the prosecutor when Marshall Clark told him, say, don't let him put on the glove. He wanted him to. And him and Marshall saying, no, don't do that. Don't play that game. So that's why Christopher really did feel like and had a breakdown, because he had dropped the ball. He fought hard and Marshall fought harder, but that's the only thing Marshall said to him and her had the biggest fight about, don't let him put on the glove. Don't let him put on the glove. When he put on the glove and the glove was drawn, then he put on the glove with rubber, saying that the glove didn't fit. That's when you will see O.J. was relaxed. He had a grin right there on his face. Long as that camera was in his face, it will show you. He was acting sad and afraid. When that camera was not in his face, you could see him over there with his lawyer smiling and having a good day and waving at a couple of people. This was while doing trial. Then after they did the situation when the glove did it, he really was relaxed. And then it said that um when his lawyer pat him on the shoulder when the glove didn't fit, say you going home. Say you going home. Playing the game. Y'all take y'all time, have you wine, order some pizza, and watch that documentary. We as the people could have judged it if they were to let us know what really was going on. And also, too, we could have put Mark Farman in the jail cell with him. Okay, so you did this here, and he guilty of this, and you guilty of that. So okay, all y'all go in here. All of you gonna get some time. Mark Farmer says in the documentary, he was afraid of his life. People tracked him down, tracked his wife down. They was afraid of their life. Then, in fact, with this situation that came out, Mark Frum did not say that he played with the glove, but he was saying that all the drip and this, that, and another, and they tried to blame it on him. Each lawyer was going up to a certain people. Mark Furman lost his whole life and whole career and a whole bunch of stuff. Um, it's two parts to it. Both parts are 8 or 9. Both parts are 6 to 8 hours long. Just watch it and you will see. But black people, I understand it was time for our time to get back at the police department. Now, the same way that O.J. bullied his way around when the camera's not looking, that's the same way Shannon Sharp did. He wasn't real. Shannon Sharp was a fake person. He wasn't real. O.J. wasn't real. You look this way in front of the camera, but when the camera's not moving, you're doing something else. They caught O.J. several times acting, feeling sorry for me, and also to having a good time in the courtroom with his lawyer. The lawyers them started goofing off. They didn't start taking the case serious. Especially when dealing with this glove thing. They didn't care. They just was even down to you see with the judge had to knocked on the table with this guy and told him, hey, calm down over there. Let me tell you something. Y'all, that was a sick thing. We as black people want to get back because it's our turn. We know good and damn well. Later on, actually think about that OJ was guilty. Yes, one person killed. Yes, one person can kill 2 people. Ron Goldman popped up there. It scared OJ, and Ron Goldman scared himself when he seen all that blood. So yeah, one person killed 2 people. They showed that way he was putting on an act. They showed how he did a glove some other type of way. Uh, um, Doing one of his movie shows. So he played that movie role with that glove. Y'all, that thing is so deep, you'll say, like, oh my God. They had one guy that's in jail pertaining to 2 white women that it happened. They said that this is what they said. They found one black man just walking the streets. The 2 white girls were twins, and they said that It was a black man that insulted them and this, that, and another. Both twins said the same thing. Well, what one twin was doing when the other twin was getting assaulted. Now hold it right there. They put that guy in jail. That guy there did 60 years. They let him go. Know why? Because the ladies had said all black people look alike. Come to find out what happened, they had them went out. They were like 16 years old, snuck out. They had sex with their cousin. And they didn't want it to get out, so they put it on a black man. And the reason why that they gave the black man 100 years, I think that's what they was giving him, 100 years, because the white women had said that all black people look alike. They can't tell you what he looked like. He just was a black man. All of them look alike. Now, what kind of mess that is? And they just found Sambo walking down the damn street. Y'all take some time out y'all day and you watch that. Now, y'all please like my video. Now I'm gonna end this video and I'm gonna come on Shannon Sharp. I didn't wasn't trying not to mix them up because I'm gonna put them in the same video. But no, I'm not gonna. I got to start right or working. Don't put everybody in there together. God's high exciting that I want to go. O.J. went to Miami. Yes, we have heard that O.J. does powder and all this kind of. So yes, we did. I know I had not heard it. Anyway, he went to Miami, got with the hoochie mamas and no, it wasn't no hoochie mamas. Got with the white girls in Miami and started having threesome. Sat down there and he showed something dealing like with some powder that he had and what he was giving the girls. And he was saying that his man part, he showed his man part on a rising up. It just was wow. That woman said it was another part of him. Yeah, I'm gonna get on that. I got a lot for y'all for him. OJ was up there in Miami. They said that they had everybody, they was somewhere in Miami, and they were having everybody in the pool and everybody was jumping and having a good time and acting like they got some. When OJ had took the people from around the pool came around OJ saying, OJ, could I buy you some? Could I get you a beer? Could I ask him for something? Meanwhile, he was there charming the ladies on his lap and around him. But now they showed Wendy Williams sat down with him at the on the radio station. Wendy was so pretty. She's still pretty now. They were doing with Wendy Williams. OJ started talking to Wendy Williams, and she wanted to talk about. She really didn't want to talk about the case, but basically like talk about it because they people still talking about it. OJ was able to put a charm on Wendy Williams that Wendy Williams just couldn't do nothing but fall into his arms like she was in love with him. She said, "Damn you, OJ! Damn you! Now see what you do to Wendy." He had no charm right there. First, the studio was upset with Wendy Williams from even talking to OJ. Now, all of a sudden, people start allegedly, thank you for helping me out. People was upset. The news people that didn't fight with OJ coming in, and she wanted to have a conversation with him. When OJ came in there and she was trying to talk to him, then OJ was sitting there acting so much as a gentleman and damn charm and all this stuff. She said, "Damn you, I cannot believe you did this to me." But it was like I hypnotized that he was basically like just showing all that deep love and charm on her. And then she turned the mic and she put away. She's like, "I cannot do this. I cannot do it." She said, "I see why the women fall in love with you." She said, then he happened to kiss her on her cheek, and she almost, but she said, "I cannot believe this shit. I cannot believe I don't fall into it." All that you will see on the documentary. All that you see. The women that a woman that he did get into a relationship with, she looked like Nicole. And she said, as a white woman, he is a good man and he is innocent. But she looked just like Nicole. Mm. Y'all need to take time to watch that. All that we want to answer, all that we were playing around here, but is ready. Also with the book, that what it said that if I have done it, I think it was if I had not done it, the Goldmans wanted it. So they started getting the proceeds. But what happened is the Goldmans had changed the name and put if I had done it, that if I did it, I have somehow or another they said they took the if I and they made it very, very small. So other words, when they had did that, they had made basically a flop of the book deal from changing it that way. He went around to Florida. Florida was the one that was able, even with his new house, was able to tie everything down that the Goldmans couldn't get nothing. He still was on the golf course. The Goldmans couldn't get nothing. But he had to go to Florida for them to tie things down. Wow. Usually when I'm watching a documentary or something, usually I doze off or something, and basically I just imagine. Sometimes I don't even go back. But this here, after I had done doze off, and I wasn't for sure if I saw it, but I started all back over. I said, now you got my attention. That was a sad thing. That was a sad thing what had to happen. Nobody to me did not win. Right now, even with O.J. gone and died with cancer, allegedly prostate cancer, whatever what he died with allegedly. Still, nobody did win. But the Goldmans did win. I think like either a 300 million or 30 million. They somehow or another they won a big lawsuit with him. But guess what? They were scuffling, trying to get some. Even down, guess what, child? They even went and had O.J. shoes, socks, shirts, suits. That's what they were auctioning off. People just was taking stuff, trying to get for the Goldman them to get their money. One of the black men that went to the hotel, he the one that had license to carry the gun. OJ did not. So that's what the one that OJ had his firearm. And saying don't nobody move, nobody get hurt or whatever that he had no say. But he was the license carrier, the black man. The black man said that everybody, it's a lot of people that's in jail because they didn't want to hide be a snitch. He said no. He said FOJ, I'm snitching on him. And all on basically like turn state. But they did get some time. They did get some time. But they didn't. But with that recorder, it's turned around that how it's like that yeah, thank you. And with that recorder, it shows that something about with OJ was the one all in control and they had the people had the gun. But it wasn't an OJ song. It was that man, the black man song, and the black man had don't got it's a license carrier. But the black man went home and told his wife said, can you believe that I was involved with a robbery? That's what the black man was saying. The black man had done told his wife what it had don't happen. Only different that the black man went there because he was the license carrier of the gun. That's all that he went for. But he said that what attracted him to OJ is that he is a nobody. And OJ is a celebrity, and OJ picked him out as like to be his best friend. So him and OJ started hanging out. He said he is a nobody, but dealing back with a celebrity, basically basically like take to get with him. He said he never thought that day would ever come. As a child, looking at OJ, all of a sudden him and OJ is friend. They think, you know, the man said F OJ. He was telling, no, he ain't going to jail for OJ. Which I wouldn't blame him. I wouldn't blame him. Y'all, please go and look at the documentary. It's two sides of it. It's a part one and part two. They got, I think it's 5 parts. So they didn't release those yet. This here was a payback with Los Angeles? Yeah, because the city was mad. And we going to get y'all at one way or the other. Is it a lot of the truth? Hello, how you doing? Wait 1 second. Let me see how they doing over there. Hey, Sandy. Thank you for joining me. Is it a lot or a truth? Los Angeles wanted him off, and they got what they want. But with that 13, y'all need to play that number. Y'all need to play that number. Those that gambling somehow or another, y'all need to do that as 11:33. Y'all know to do it 102. Y'all need to do it 1300. Y'all need to play that. Everything to the time that Nicole, how long, what time that her body got killed, the date that she got killed, and the month that she got. Only thing different was a year. Everything fits on Nicole. Did in fact when OJ got sentenced for what he had done did. Man would promise you the world. It's God's job to see that you keep it. But if you messed it up, that was man doing. Only thing the Lord said, if you live right, heaven belongs to you. But one thing you got to understand, that is just a song. That is just a song. Heaven belongs to God. This is what he is. Not you, that is what he is. Like I always have said, I feel sorry for those kids. I read the definitely I said I feel sorry, and I still feel sorry for them today, but at least that part, that chapter in their life, what a sad way how they can remember their dad as going through this court thing. Then when he all this shit didn't affect with their dad. So you guys, y'all take a look at that. I'm coming back in a few minutes. And we're going to get on to Shannon Sharp. Then I'm going to pull out O.J.'s story and put it on with Shannon Sharp. And I'm going to tell you exactly what I see. But I'm going to tell y'all one thing about this here scooters. Didn't I tell y'all that Shannon Sharp was over there to Diddy house? Now I'm going to get down to you. I'm going to tell y'all what the little that I found out about this here baby oil. Why that it's not only so much with the drink, but with the baby oil, let me have you, baby, and nothing that we're going to talk about that. I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Thank you for joining me, and please share this out, and please thumb up my video. That's why y'all not getting a notification. That's why it ain't that when I come live. Yes, I will do a virtual. That's early morning. Please like my video and share it out. Thank you, and I'll see you guys later. Thank you, Stella. Y'all, please go and watch that. Y'all be astonished. And guess what? A lot of this is wrapped around what happened in Los Angeles. But guess what? It happened all around the world. You should see. And it was like with that win, OJ, it was a win for the black because it was time for us to win on y'all dirty crime. When you basically look at it, I don't condone it. I said it, but I kept it under my breath, and I catch it at my kitchen table that he was guilty. Again, black people, because it was our turn to win. That's what happened. Anyway, you guys, I see you later. Thank you, moderators. I love you. And Alice, I see you guys in a few minutes, Wayne. Okay, we're going to work a little today. Okay, bye bye. Okay, I got something coming up over in here.